impulses are being redirected. We are living in an artificially induced state of consciousness that resembles sleep.
Oh, goddamn hacker, that second damn night that asshole's cut in.
All right, welcome aboard, boys and girls. It is time for this week's look into the clown show that is 2024 on the Brothers Hack the Matrix. It's time for the Brothers Hack the Matrix. I am your host, JoesAtmosfere, and I'm joined as usual by there can be only one, the Hylunder. What's going on, man?
What's happening? What's happening?
That's a different kind of hat you got on today.
Yes, this is the well, it's still Boston Scally. It's what's it called? This is the Kraken.
The Kraken, not the Kraken.
The Kraken,
not the Kraken.
Si, senor.
Go ahead and show off the axe while I got you full screen there, buddy.
This is the Gretsch. It's a single cut with the humbuckers, just like I usually play. It's pretty light. It's got the tone and volume. Pretty cool. I tracked with it a couple weeks ago. It's pretty nice. I dig it.
Yeah.
It's an American company, but I'm pretty sure it's guitars made over in Korea or something.
Yeah.
Oh, made in China. There you go. So there you go.
Is it used on your new recording venture, sir?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I think I did. I can't even remember one of those tunes. Maybe The Abyss on the new album. But yeah, I tracked with this couple weeks ago.
Well, tell them about the new album, man. Where can they find it? By the way, this is what you're looking for visually. Sharkin' for Pearls.
Sharkin' for Pearls is the name of the band. The album is self-named, self-titled. Sharkin' for Pearls. It's got 17 tracks on it. Release date is a week from today, actually, on all the major platforms. So check it out.
What are those platforms, man? Because I don't even know. I got to find out where I buy it at, man.
Spotify, Apple Tunes, iTunes,
okay,
YouTube Music, and I think there's another one as well. But yeah, so it's been a goal of mine for a long time, and now I can check off that box, dude. So yeah. Sharkin' for Pearls.
Yeah, we got less days ahead than we have behind. Might as well do the shit we like, right?
Might as well do the shit we like.
Sharkin' for Pearls. Look for it wherever you get your music, boys and girls.
There you go.
That's right. My little brother getting into the rock and roll scene. What's up? Trust me, there might be a slow ballad in there. There might be. I doubt it with him.
About this stuff, it's all instrumental. There's no lyrics to these things at all. It's all instrumental. You could probably use it for like backing tracks, something like that. But I dig them, And again, it's just.
I'll be using them in my videos, man.
Yeah, man. Use it for whatever you want.
That's royalty free for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. Us
YouTubers
are always looking for royalty free. It ain't royalty free to the rest of you, just me. Okay, you got to pay him if you want to use his music. Damn it. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward to hearing it, man. Yeah, you guys be looking for that. Sharkin' for Pearls. I know it sounds crazy, but that's Danny and his other brother from another mother named Dwayne. Come up with that.
Shout out to Dwayne. He's the one that came up with the band. He just happened to mention Sharking for Pearls in passing. I'm like, you know what? That would be the good name for a band right there. Oh, by the way, yeah, Sharking for Pearls. So big shout out to Dwayne for the name of the band, and want to say send prayers out to Dwayne. He did lose his mother a week ago
Yeah.
on Saturday. So
Miss
yeah,
Ann passed
Yep.
away. Yep.
She was 91, I think it was, but
Yeah, she had a long life, man. She
Yep,
surely
yep.
did. Yep,
Yep, yep.
absolutely. Okay, well, let's take a look at the chat real quick, and we all know who's in here first, man. He is loyal to the show, and he always wants to be seen first. For some reason, he just feels like it's like a competition to him. He's got to be seen before anybody else is seen. I don't know what the deal is with that.
Some call him.
There are some who call me Tim.
Tim.
That's right. That's right, man. Hey, do you have, by the way, Dan, do you have a link you can put in the chat?
I do not. Not right now. I sure don't.
Okay,
I mean,
well, next week we'll have one for you.
Today, and the cover art and all 17 tracks got uploaded today and approved, so I'm sure that'll be coming. I think I did send out some notifications on Instagram, X, and Facebook as well. So.
There you go. Okay. Good deal. All right. Look, man, the boss is all over me.
Yo.
Apparently, he doesn't like me pushing your stuff, man.
What's his problem, dude?
What is his problem?
Yo.
Man, he gave me double yos, some bitch.
Go bueno.
You know what I got to say to him? Because Sharking for Pearls is hitting the airwaves next week.
I don't know why. I don't know why that tanked his
I don't
campaign,
know either, dude. But that cost him his entire career, bro.
Man. He was rolling too. Seriously, he was rolling.
He was rolling, front, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere. But boys and girls, we all know what it's top of the heap. That's how we start the show. And most of the time, the top of the heap these days has to do with, that stuff that we really are hoping ends as soon as possible.
No doubt.
So much death. What can men do against such reckless hate?
Eject! Fire on the flight deck. This business will get out of control. It'll get out of control, and we'll be lucky to live through it.
Yeah, it's the skirmishes going on around the world. I need to talk about that first and get it out of the way, boys and girls, before we move on to other things. Ukraine war briefing. Kiev accuses Russia of targeting civilians in Kharkiv region. Ukrainian prosecutors investigate possible war crimes in Kharkiv and Vovchansk as Zelensky says his troops are fighting back. What we know on day 816.
I just don't know how you can wage a war and, civilians are going to get killed.
Yeah, they're going to get, that's going to happen.
The ugly side of it. There's no pretty side to war. Okay.
No.
Let's just put that out there. But I don't know how you wage war in these major cities, these border cities, and not have civilian casualties.
Yeah, I know. Ukraine says 30,000 Russian soldiers attacking amid offensive in Kharkiv region. That seems to be the hot spot right now. But we actually have maybe a flicker of hope. Could the Ukraine war be about to end? Putin signals willingness to negotiate as conflict escalates. He expressed his willingness to engage in negotiations regarding the Ukraine conflict. In an interview with China's Xinhua news agency. He open to dialogue, he says.
Yeah, he's open to dialogue, but the sticking point between the two sides is going to be the who's going to retain the regions that Russia has overtaken or hasn't overtaken. That's going to be the sticking point, because I think they're getting.
It's the damn Bass region, isn't it? Isn't
yeah.
that what it started over?
Logistically, they're pretty much they're close to securing the certain regions, huge tracts of land that they were looking for.
Tracts of land.
That's going to be the sticking point because the president of Ukraine, he's like, any negotiations or agreement has to they hinge on Russian troops leaving, what they think is sovereign Ukraine. So that's going to be the sticking point.
Yeah,
just is.
All I got to say to both of them is stop that. I mean, really, come on, knock it off, even.
Yeah.
Tired of seeing it. Tired of hearing about it. Of course, we got another hot spot here on the planet. It's Israel, and the Gaza Strip. They've gone south and gotten the attention of Egypt nowadays. Israeli military releases video claiming to show aftermath of Hamas attack on children's playground. And I'm not going to show the video, but also Hamas accepts Gaza ceasefire. Now this is one. Let's see. Hamas accepts Gaza ceasefire and hostage exchange agreement in Gaza. The Palestinian militant faction has agreed to terms set forth in by Qatar and Egypt following intense negotiations with U.S. involvement. So they are trying to talk this through. But
where's Israel in this whole thing? It doesn't sound like they're
I don't think they are, because they're getting garbage from Egypt, who is actually working on this stuff. Egypt warns Israel of dire repercussions over Rafah operation in Gaza. Of course, that's in southern Gaza, which is closer to the Egyptian border.
Yeah,
and they don't want it spilling over into their country, so they're giving them guff on that side.
Well, this is an unpopular thing on whether it be Ukraine or the Gaza Strip, and you're going to see a lot of foreign leaders come out publicly and be against it.
Not just foreign leaders; it's people in his own government. Benjamin Netanyahu was confronted with ultimatum and deadline, and this is by one of his biggest detractors in his own government.
Yes, so they will pull
says he's going to step down if the government's position doesn't change pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's nothing good going on over there right now, and the shame of it is, if they gave the hostages back, this would all be over with.
Well, yeah, then you would see some real negotiations, and Israel would engage in that. But until that happens, I don't see them. Everybody else can say what they want. They don't live there. They don't live under the guise and the specter of freaking missiles get launched at any time. So until those hostages are released, I don't think you're going to see Israel engage on any serious front at all. Which I don't blame them. I mean, so people tend to forget about these people that have been taken hostage, and the chaos and carnage that went on that day. So.
Yeah,
we forget so quickly, man. As a species,
I know. Yeah, well, these days
hostages aren't forgetting anything.
No. And they're finding them. They're finding some of the dead ones as they go. Ariel, it's good to see you're on the mend, young lady. She said, "What's Egypt going to do? Going to tuck tail and walk away?" Well, at least they're trying to facilitate some peace talks, and that's always a good thing. But look, until Hamas gives up some hostages, they're going to continue to face this from.
Well, that's where these leaders can really step in here and say, look, apply that pressure. Until these hostages are released, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, what, were you supposed to forget about them or something like that? I mean,
exactly. And Ariel, you do have a point there. If Egypt really wanted to do something, they'd allow refugees to come into their country. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They would. But yeah, say prayers for those people in that region and hope that this ends as soon as possible. It's never going to end between those two factions, though. I can tell you that right now.
Never, ever.
It stems from them both wanting the same piece of religious ground, and it's just never going to happen. It really isn't. Okay, back in our country, Biden throws down the gauntlet.
Here we go.
Here we go. June and September. We're going to have a debate in June. I can't remember when we had a debate this far away from an election when it comes to the political, foray into the presidency. Let's see. Oh, John says just a drive-by. Hello. It's good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Let's see. Ariel also says, but Egypt knows that if they do that, then Hamas would be able to sneak into Egypt, and they don't want that. They don't want them. Yeah, here's, before I move on to the debate, that's the problem. See, a lot of people forget that a lot of people in the Arab world don't want the Palestinians in their country either.
No, they don't.
So yeah, it's a bad scrape over there, boys and girls. It's a bad scrape.
Yes, it is, and I just don't know how you solve that. I really don't. That's been going on from time immemorial, and only those people in the region can solve that, and they're the only ones that care to solve that.
Yep.
We're just outsiders just looking in and just, it should be done. Sure. We don't live that world. We don't live in that region, so they're the only ones that can fix it.
That's it. Okay, so Biden says, hey, he throws down the gauntlet. He made a wisecrack in his announcement too. Said that I hear you've got Wednesdays free, which is, everybody knows that's the day they take off during the freaking Stormy Daniels trial.
Brutal.
Yeah, these guys.
Did you send that message on TikTok?
Yeah, right. Trading Barbs agreed to 2 presidential debates in June and September. Now, boys and girls, here's what I'm hearing about what Biden wants, though. First of all, he's going to get CNN to cover the sumbitch.
No.
That's home turf for him. Imagine that. And no crowd for Trump to fire up, right? So I can't believe. Here's what's funny to me. I can't believe Trump is actually agreeing to this. He doesn't need it.
Neither one of them need it. I mean, honestly, and they can only hurt themselves. But I don't know why Trump is not able to get out there and politic and do the fundraising and get out in front of the people. So this might be a good opportunity for him to get out in front of a large audience, and his followers are gonna. If it's on CNN, that's fine. They're going to tune in for that anyway. Yeah. But I mean, as far as getting out on the campaign trail, that's not happening for him. So this might be his only opportunity. If he thinks he can benefit from it, but I don't think he can benefit. I don't think either.
He's using the front, buddy. He's using the front door of the courthouse in New York as his campaign trail right now. That's what he's doing. He's giving political speeches every day. That's why the judge keeps threatening to throw him in jail with a gag order.
Yeah.
I mean, it's becoming obvious. What, Dan,
it's
I was watching.
Dude, what it is.
It is. It's a circus. And it's becoming obvious to everyone that this is just a tactic to delay him from being able to campaign and trying to just fishing for something, anything to get this guy on so he can't run. And here's what's funny, Dan. I'm watching the Sunday morning shows. I've got up. My wife, and the next story will explain. Well, here in a second, I'll show it to you. But my wife is working 12-hour shifts right now due to a story we have this week. And I watched the Sunday morning news shows to see if there's anything for the show today, right? Mm-hmm. And every one of them was talking about how can Biden withstand a debate with Trump? Will he even be able to?
So yeah.
Will he be able to even muster the sentences? This is what the subject matter was on these morning news shows this morning. I mean, it's so wild to see the left-leaning media run away from this guy so quickly. You know what I mean? Because of all the gaffes he's had. It's really, really strange, man.
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, this is their guy, so they're going to have to, do what they can for him. Because
it's like they're making excuses for him already. You know what I mean? I don't think any of them can believe he actually said what he said about let's debate. You know what I mean? But what I was talking about with my wife, she works for Centerpoint Energy, and she answers calls in the Houston area. Well, Houston got smacked with hurricane force winds and everything in a storm earlier. I think it was Friday. It
was Thursday night.
Was it Thursday night?
Yeah, because Kim came back on Friday. She was there Thursday night when that that thing rolled in, and she said it was pretty impressive. Yeah.
Pretty impressive, huh? Yeah. It's bad. They had 1 million people without power down there. If you've seen some of the footage from some of the videos, downtown Houston looked like a bomb dropped. I mean, the windows blown out in high rises, stuff thrown all over the streets. It's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, Kim says she stayed in the hallway away from the windows and all.
Yeah.
Didn't go back into the room until later. So
Rhonda just got word that she's going to be working for sure 12-hour shifts. She's working right now, Dan. She's not going to be off even after we get off the show. She's working 7 to 7, 12-hour shifts, and they're only answering emergency calls. That's all they're answering right now. They're not taking regular calls at all for anything. And
prayers for the people down there. I don't know how
definitely. Prayers for the people in the Gulf Coast down there in Texas.
Was there any fatalities in that thing? If not, man, that would be amazing.
4 people died. 4 people died in this thing. They didn't say anything about tornadoes, but you see, look, it takes a lot to mangle one of those power headers, guys, and you see the situation that's in. Like I said, 1 million people without power. It's bad scrape down there. No doubt. Ariel says, glad Texas is so proud of their power grid, but handles snow or rain. Yeah, no doubt. Is Sunshine
the only
next?
Ones that are proud of the power grid or the politicians and the people in the know? Because there's people that are just on the ground like myself, and we understand that, it's hit and miss,
Yeah.
It could, go either way.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, boss. Relax,
I don't think
man.
Texas is the only state
Why does he do this to me, Daniel? You suggested hiring this guy.
Yo.
Hey, guys,
He said it's time for the friggin' jockstrap, bro. Jockstrap.
He's down for watching old boy with the. Look at the skill set. Okay, that guy's got. The jumper is clean. Look at it. He eyes it down. The fakes, the up fakes. I don't know what's going on with the place kicker and the snapper.
Well, he's a Dolphin, man. What do you expect? I mean, my wife's probably going to pimp slap me when I get off of here.
Is anybody cooler under pressure than Jake Cutler?
Jake Cutler? No. Cut Daddy.
Easy money.
Easy money. Cut Daddy. He's got it handled, bro. He's got it handled. It doesn't bother him. No problem. Refs give him guff. No big deal. I got my helmet. No problem. Believe it or not, boys and girls, top story. There will not be a Triple Crown winner this year. The Real Mudder sees the gray, wins the 149th Preakness Stakes.
That is a pretty horse.
Dan takes in second. Yep. Yeah, it is a pretty horse. I tell you, Dan knows why I don't gamble too much these days, but one thing I do miss is going out to the track. I do miss doing that. I love those horses. I think they're awesome. We have a very nice racetrack here called Louisiana Downs. Absolutely. here in Bossier Parish, and I'm going to go out there again one day. But
horses are beautiful, and you talk about a powerful animal. I mean, they are an impressive animal, really, and especially thoroughbreds like that when they get. To see them live on the track when they get rolling, and you can feel the thunder of those horses.
Yeah, you can, man. It's impressive, and to think there's that much force going on those twig legs. I mean, good God, man, look at the legs on this thing. Yep. They're so skinny, but boy, that animal moves like the friggin' wind. It's ridiculous.
No doubt.
All right, next up in the jockstrap, we got to talk about something Danny really don't want to talk about, but. We've got to cover it, man. We've got to be fair and balanced, like the old Fox News used to say. Florida did it to us again. We're out. Florida is our nemesis, whatever you want to call it.
Truth be told, anybody that's physical is going to beat Boston because they're very skilled.
Yeah.
God bless their goaltender because he had a great, postseason with no offensive help at all because it's boys against men.
Man, wow.
It's kill or be killed when you get into the playoffs, and Boston is not meant. They're not built for a deep playoff run. They're not.
Hey, Kay, how you doing?
We're losing 2-1, 2-1, 2-1.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. Well, look at what war horses did during World War One. Pull those massive artillery. Yeah, those cannons and stuff. That's exactly what was pulling them was horses. Yep. And we got Boston out. We
So you got Florida and you got New York Rangers. I was hoping for an original 6 matchup, but no, Boston dropped the ball. So you got Florida and the Rangers. Rangers are pretty solid. They really are. 2 physical teams right there. If anybody's got the edge and skill, it would be the Rangers. But Florida's tough, man. They're nasty. And then you got Dallas, who put down Colorado. Look, Dallas is for real. They put down the Golden Knights, defending champs.
Yep.
And the Colorado team is highly skilled. They took them in
Colorado's in it every year, man. Yeah.
Dallas put them down.
Mm-hmm.
And you got Game 7 tonight, I believe. Or no,
Vancouver and Edmonton.
Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, Vancouver.
Monday night.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So there you go. Look, I'm all in with the Stars. I'm all in.
Yeah. Hey, dude, that's your local team. I know you pull for them. Yeah.
I root for the Stars anyway, but Boston's number 1 for me. But they're out. So, and Dallas, we've said this before. That's a team that's been very good for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, getting past the Golden Knights, I think that's big for them. And I really think if you look at those teams left, they've got to be the favorite. They really do.
Man. Yeah, Ariel, I saw you on another show talking about it. I know you're doing good. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear you're on the mend, young lady.
Yes.
She's out of the hospital.
Good
and
news.
home.
Good news. Good news.
Yep. Okay. The next one, we got another set of playoffs going on right now. Let's see where we're at on the association and what's going on there.
The association.
The association. Yeah. Yes. Looks like the Celtics are taking on the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Looks Celtics rolling.
And it looks like another Dallas franchise, the Mavericks, are waiting on the winner of the Timberwolves Nuggets. Now the Nuggets are the defending champs in the association, right?
Defending champs. Dallas has beaten some solid teams. Clippers and the Thunder was the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
They took them in 6. Dallas, well, they have the players. They could do it, but my money's on the Celtics. Celtics are they look really strong. They really do. But I saw a meme today which was really funny. It showed the Dallas teams that have been, when was the last time that a Dallas franchise had been to the conference final? And this had, the Rangers won last year. They got the Mavs and Dallas Stars 2024 going to the conference final. And then they had the Cowboys 1995. That was hilarious, dude.
Said like a true Saints fan.
That was
awesome. Like a true Saints fan.
That was awesome.
That's too much, man. Well, listen, guys, you've got Game 7 of the Timberwolves Nuggets matchup tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's 7 Central on TNT. So look forward to that. Looks like
Boston
the first game of they start on Tuesday at 7. Looks like it's going to be on ESPN. And Wednesday, the Mavericks start with the winner of tonight's game. So then that's going to be on TNT. So there you go. That's where we're at, boys and girls. That is where we're at with the association. Now, let's move on to some other stories. Dude, I don't know what it is with the world champs in the NFL, but crazier shit keeps coming out of.
Wow, they got some.
The NFL responds to Harrison Butker's controversial graduation speech. It goes viral. Now, if you guys haven't been following this situation, this started last week on Saturday. I think it was Saturday. Yeah. Well, no, actually, it's Friday. I think the 11th was last Friday. Yeah.
Butker.
No. It was last Saturday. Everybody's graduating from college and high school and everything. We actually have to drive around the arena close to us because they've been having graduations around the clock, different high schools and stuff.
Yeah.
But he's speaking at this thing. Now, let me put this in context, boys and girls. And this is something the liberal media is not taking into account when it comes to his speech and what he was talking to. It's a Catholic girls' school, all girl college. In Kansas City, I believe. Let's see. It's in Kansas, Addison, Kansas.
On May 11th.
Benedictine College. This is a Catholic college. You see the crucifix right on top of the flag right over here, guys. Okay? It's a religious organization, and it's an all-girls school, and he was bringing up how You know, I know you're looking forward to your careers, but I'm sure you're looking forward to your job as mothers as well. And the liberal media has been bashing him about it. He also made comments towards men embracing their masculinity, and he also made comments about let's see, in his 20-minute speech, they were told the most diabolical lies before saying that his wife's life really started when she began living her vocation as a wife and as a mother. And he said that, and then he said, while COVID might have played a large role throughout your formative years, talking to the graduates, it is not unique. Bad policies and poor leadership have negatively impacted major life issues. Things like abortion, IVF, which is in vitro
Exactly.
You know what it is, getting pregnant
You know
by
the
other
thing.
means, surrogacy, euthanasia, as well as growing support for degenerate culture values and media all stem from pervasiveness of disorder.
So he just
And
went scorched earth on the whole thing.
he just, well, I mean, but remember who he's talking to. He is not saying anything that any preacher in the pulpit in a Catholic church does not say on a weekly basis. Okay?
And you said this is an all-female college?
All female college, yes.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, you know, the Catholic faith has had a lot of reformation, so I mean, their statements have softened in a lot of areas.
Yeah, but yes, they have.
They have.
They have.
I mean, you know.
Well, what I think was funny about
they're like the mob. They certainly don't like to have too much spotlight thrown on them because they've done that all on their own. For
Mm-hmm.
They're just trying to recover. So,
well, the NFL said that his statements did not
reflect
their values and their
Of course they're not. They're not
going
to take a stance anywhere.
I just thought it was kind of funny, man. I really did, because my friends were chiming in with me about it. Well, speaking of the Wolfer, right? Butker's, is that a relative of Butkiss? I don't know. Not sure. So basically, he's saying that these women wasted their lives going to college and should basically have gone to the kitchen on their back. No, if you listen to his whole speech, no, that's not what he's saying at all. But it was just...
He certainly makes it easy to cherry pick, dude.
Yes, he does.
His wife's life didn't
right.
start.
Saying that statement right there, it doesn't make it sound that way. But what's funny to me is my phone started lighting up about this story. All the guys we do the NFL show with is sitting there, telling me, man, they're blowing this way out of proportion what he said to these women, because they were clapping for him. If you watch the video, they're clapping for what he's saying.
I'm sure.
I mean, this is basic Catholic values. I mean,
everything gets blown out of proportion anymore. So
I know, man.
It's all about a knee-jerk reaction, and then.
But I'm sitting here. My guys are texting me about this, and I'm feeling like Peyton Manning at the Pro Bowl. That remember what he said that one time? I can't remember what it was. The idiot liquored up kicker quote. That's what I'm feeling like when I'm reading this. I'm like, what the hell? Oh my God, it's too funny. Oh shit! But anyway, yeah, exactly. You can cherry pick anything, and not the full account of what he said. Yeah, you go watch it yourselves, guys. You know what we tell you. Don't buy everything you see in the media. Go watch it for yourself and then judge. But yeah, it just keeps getting worse for the Kansas City Chiefs, though. 2 Chiefs players arrested as troubling off season worsens. 2 players. Let's see. Wanye Morris and oh God, wow, man. Godric. His last name's Godric. I'm not Wakaboduba. I don't
Right on the movie.
Can't do it, man. They were arrested on Friday for marijuana. Yeah. Nice. And they just cut a running back that got him a couple of rings too. I mean, he was a bench warmer, but still, I mean, yeah, it's
what's the latest on that Rice guy, the wide receiver that tried to?
Oh, I don't know, but I'm pretty sure they're going to throw him under the jail, right? It's ridiculous.
Crazy, man. That was a bad
Let's see
accident,
what. Sorry, I got distracted by this cat food.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. And the last one we got in the jockstrap this week. I think this guy was almost the SJW winner. Or excuse me, the SJA winner.
Yeah, he was close.
Scottie
He certainly
Scheffler
was.
arrested before PGA Championship round 2. What
Yeah,
did he get
so they had
arrested for, Daniel?
right in the entranceway to the course there, they had a bad accident. A shuttle bus killed a pedestrian, and they had the entrance blocked off. You know, the police are there and investigating. This clown right here decided he's just better than everybody else, and he jumps up on the median trying to drive in. And so the cop stops him, and he reaches.
He jumped the median with his car?
Yeah, he's off in the median trying to get. Oh yeah, because he's whoever he is, and he's beyond all that stuff. And yeah, he ended up getting arrested and the whole 9 yards. But yeah, I mean, damn the person that got killed in the shuttle bus and everything like that, and damn the police that are trying to do their job. He decided he was going to go around it and up on the grass in the median, and they stopped him and they pulled him out and they arrested him. Yep.
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Guys, can you do anything for me here? What are you going to do, man? You're breaking the freaking law, man. There's a dead person over here. There's an accident. Idiot. So there you go.
And that's not the Simple Jack Award winner, boys and girls. That's not the Simple Jack Award winner. Yeah, we're getting to that, young lady. We're getting to that.
Dabney Coleman. Yep.
Yeah, we're going to be getting to that.
Yep.
I guess he just thought he was Ric Flair.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man.
He's a golfer, and he's got a million sycophants around him telling him how great he is, and he don't have time for that mundane real life shit. So,
and that cop looked at him and said,
"You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, English giant, twerp, scumbag, fuckface, dickhead, asshole."
And arrested his ass there. All right, look, boss, man, do you have to get on my ass 24/7? I'm just having fun with my brother.
Yo.
He said it's time for the flicks, man. He said it is time for the flicks.
Oh, them boys are punching each other. Golden diaper.
The golden diaper.
Luke getting freaking hands.
I still can't believe they made that movie, Dan.
Hey, it's a money grab, Golden diaper. Oh,
yeah.
Like the first 20 minutes of the movie was CGI. I wasn't even.
You went and saw that thing, Daniel?
Yeah, I saw it.
I feel bad for you.
Feel bad for Luke, man. He keeps getting his hand freaking lopped off. He's supposed to be a Jedi, and he can't. Come on, man.
Well, boys and girls, we're going to start this off like we usually do. Show you the box office receipts. Now, these are projections because the weekend is not over with. But they're projecting that IF's opening weekend is going to be 35 million, which is, I would say, is pretty good for a children's story. Starting off. It's Ryan Reynolds' new movie. It's directed by one of our Boston brothers, the guy that plays Jack Ryan, Kaczynski.
Okay.
It's directed by him. I think he has a cameo in it too.
Okay.
But it has to do with imaginary friends, and it's a kids movie. It actually looked like something I'd be interested in seeing because it's got a bunch of CGI monsters and stuff that are supposed to be imaginary friends, and they're all voiced by famous actors and stuff.
There you go.
So
Planet of the Apes, I have no interest in seeing that. So.
Yeah, Kingdom of the Planet. It actually, I was pleasantly surprised, Daniel. That one actually is decent. It's decent. It's not as good as the Caesar trilogy, I wouldn't say, but I think they're starting an all new ape story. It's 300 years after the Caesar trilogy that they just finished. With war, and yeah, it's. It actually was pretty good, man. I friggin' let me finish up the numbers here. Strangers, which is a horror movie, got 12 million. Chapter 1, I hear that's garbage. The Fall Guy dropped into the single digits. I hate to see that in its third weekend.
It's a fun movie.
It is.
Kim and I really dug The Fall Guy. It was fun. Yeah. Good movie to go see.
And Challengers is third. But as far as Kingdom of the Planet, I got to tell you guys, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. I watched it because I had to review it this week for my pop culture show, and it's good. It's not a killer, but there were some surprises in it that I did not see coming. It was pretty good. It really was. What's cool about this one is, Dan, they focus on the different, kind of like humanity, man. There's different cultures in the apes. The main character, I think his name is Noah. I think that's his name. I can't remember exactly, but his culture worships birds, and manhood is going up to one of the big birds' nests and getting an egg, and and they train these birds to work with them and stuff, and that kind of thing. And they have different, they have different cultures of apes, and the big bad guy, I got to give it to him. The big bad guy in it is kind of like Thanos in Infinity War. He thinks he's the good guy. He thinks he's trying to save ape kind,
Right.
And so, yeah, it was good. It was good. There's some twists in there you won't see coming, but I think what they're leading up to is, I think they're leading up to when Charlton Heston landed on the planet, if you know what I'm saying. It's 300 years past the war. The Earth, and one thing I do have to give this movie, they didn't scrimp on the CGI in this one. You know how a lot of the
supposed to be an origin movie?
No. This is. Have you seen the recent ones with Caesar, the war and all that? Okay, well, that was the beginning of the apes. There's classic rando, bro. You got a classic rando, bro.
No, I was just wondering because you mentioned Charlton Heston, the movie that he did.
I'm saying you just had a classic rando, dude. You just had a classic rando. Thumbs up, bro.
I
can't find the classic rando. How come I can't find it? Because it's right there.
Classic rando.
I think it's this red thing back here. I'm not sure.
I don't know. But anyway, did you see the one Rise of the Planet of the Apes where Caesar, I think James Franco is a scientist working on a cure for Alzheimer's.
I did see that one, and it's been
okay. That was the beginning of the trilogy they just finished. Okay, with Caesar. Caesar is the main character in that one that gets the drug, and he can speak now, and he leads the apes and all that good stuff. Remember the big fight on the Golden Gate Bridge and everything? Well, that was the beginning of that trilogy, and it ended with the war. Okay, and Woody Harrelson basically replays what's my man's name from Texas? Mr. All right.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey. In the one he made with Christian Bale, Reign of Fire. Remember the Captain America thing? That was Woody Harrelson in War. That was him. Okay. All right. Same kind of character. Anyway, that wrapped up, and this is a time jump. This is 300 years in the future where they're chasing down the humans and they're
are they enslaving or are they exterminating?
I think they're exterminating. I didn't see them as slaves, but there's one that Noah befriends that can talk, and that's where it's at. That's what I think they're leading to is Charlton Heston's character coming back to the planet. But it's good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. Is Andy Serkis involved in the series? I'm not sure. I'd have to check the IMDb and see. Highlander kind of think of the original series Rise of the Planet of the Apes, not the new trilogy, but the original. They kind of used that for the story of the new trilogy. Yeah, basically it. Okay, so
Planet of the Apes. There you go.
Planet of the Apes, bro.
They've done pretty well as far as franchising that and making people go see it.
Yep.
I don't know that anything has staying power in the theaters anymore. I mean,
no, absolutely not. But this is the thing: if you make something really good, I got a feeling Deadpool is going to be doing better, a whole lot better than all of this stuff when it comes out later on this summer.
The formula, because it's the pace of those movies is really good. The humor and the whole thing is really well balanced, and let Ryan Reynolds do his thing. It should.
Yeah, that's it. As long as Disney didn't put handcuffs on him, they'll make a boatload of money, no doubt. Especially with Hugh Jackman rejoining the fold, right? Yeah, that's gonna be a lot of fun. Everybody's looking forward to that one. Let's see. And aren't the humans starting to dumb down a bit more at this point where they can't talk? Yes, they can't talk in the movie, but There is one girl
This
that
is the
can.
natural progression of idiocracy.
There you go. That's it. Actually, it was a virus that did all this, Dan. It was released by James Franco at the end of that movie by accident. Yeah. But anyway, okay. Continuing with the pop culture stuff. Disturbing video appears to show Sean Diddy Combs assaulting girl Cassie Ventura. Now, this is from several years ago at a hotel, but this just pretty much confirms more of how bad this guy is. I'm not showing the video. It's all over the place. You guys can watch it. It just confirms what we already know about this guy. He's a complete dirtbag. People have known about it for years. I mean, hell, Danny, isn't he implicated in Tupac and Biggie's murders as well?
I don't know. I can't keep up with all the implications. I mean, all I know is this guy made a lot of money over an extended period of time, and he has got on the wrong person's bad side because
yeah.
now he's paying a heavy price. And again, this is nothing new, right? So I mean, and he's not the only one in Hollywood doing these kinds of things. I mean, it's
but
people, so
kind of like when we were talking years ago. I think it was the last year of Obama's presidency, and Danny called me. He was all revved up because the Russians had been penetrating our borders around Alaska and stuff on the West Coast, and he was all irate about it. That wouldn't have happened with Reagan in the White House. And I told him, I said, man, they do that all the time. The question you got to ask yourself is, why do they want you to know about it right now? And that's the thing with Diddy. Who did he piss off, right? Because everybody's known he's an asshole for a long time.
Who he is and how
right?
he does business. Yeah.
Right.
He did it to the wrong person, that's for sure. So,
but when this one came out, Dan, he actually, I'm not going to show it, but you can look it up. It's on YouTube. He made an apology video on YouTube over this thing here. He said he was in a bad place and blah, blah, blah. And
trying to do damage control. It's too much.
It's too much, bro. The FBI shows up at your house looking for shit. That don't happen overnight. They have been friggin' watching you for a while, buddy. FBI just don't get a phone call and show up at your house with all the gear, man. They don't do that.
Not good. Not good at all.
Oh, man. And that's right, Errol. Aren't they all? Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Well, here's one that kind of puts the exclamation point on my brother's favorite band growing up. Kiss sells catalog, name, and logo and makeup rights for a reported $300 million. Now, who would they sell them to, guys? Well, you may have heard of these digital Michael Jackson shows that they're talking about doing. This company, who is Pop House Entertainment Group, they also own ABBA's popular live avatar. They're doing a popular live avatar show of ABBA's catalog.
Yeah.
Apparently ABBA sold the rights to these guys, and looks like we're going to see a digital show of these dudes. Apparently, pretty interesting.
They have a video where I think they go in and they have a meeting with this group, and this group shows them a video of CGI and how they're bringing the band to life and da. So they were going to make a truckload of money, and this closes the book on. To me, the greatest American rock and roll band ever. I mean, their staying power, the way they were able to reinvent themselves in the late '80s and early '90s, because they were dead in the water. But you're talking about a band that just blew up in the late '70s.
Yeah,
and, the music was always solid. Once they got back on track and got back to what they did the best, and their live show, you can't even the things that you see today, the light show, the pyrotechnics, those kinds of things, laser lights. Kiss was the forefront on all that stuff. So, I mean, and it was a shame that it took them so long to induct them into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And you can watch interviews with Paul Stanley about that. He'd give shit less if they got him.
Well, the Hall has lost a lot of its credibility in the rock culture because
you're talking about a very influential band. I mean, even Garth Brooks cited them as a huge influence on his career. So,
absolutely.
Kudos to them. And, I grew
this up. Pretty much, when I say exclamation point, I mean on their live touring career. They did their last show at Madison Square Garden, one of their favorite venues, and they did it for the fans and stuff. And Gene says in that article, he says the days of live touring with Kiss are over, you know. So, Dan, did I lose you? He's gone. He's gone solid on me. He's having one of those moments, man. He's having one of those moments. But let me bring you next to our last story here in the flicks, and it's Dabney Coleman passing away at the age of 92. There he is. He's back. All right, cool. Lost you there for a second, Dan.
My feed. My wireless is strong. I got full bars.
Yeah, you just froze. I don't know what it was, bro. Don't know. Let's see. Fuck. Really, I don't get in trouble, so I'm gonna apologize to YouTube. What? I don't know what she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about. Disney. They sold out to Disney. No, it's not Disney. It's a different place. Hylunder, how could you? Don't you know that they are the knights in Satan's service? Kiss, they are evil. I tell you, evil.
Yes, indeed.
No, absolutely not. But anyway, Dabney Coleman, one of my personal favorites. I'm pretty sure my brother dug him too.
Yeah, dig him. Yeah, he's cool.
He's probably best known for being the worst boss imaginable. In most of his movies, he plays the bad guy.
Yeah.
He plays the heavy. Dabney Coleman passed away at the age of 92, man.
Sucks. 95, War Games.
Tootsie. He was the sexist director of Tootsie, you know, of the soap opera and everything.
Oh, Christ, he says.
Oh, Christ, right? When he goes on the rant, oh my God, it's just classic. His comedic timing and everything. My favorite movie I ever saw with him in it was probably 9 to 5. That right there. So they've got him with what was that? A garage door opener.
Garage door opener, yeah.
He
did one where he played a sheriff of I think it was a little island off the coast of Massachusetts or something like it. It was it had Samuel Jackson, Nicolas Cage, and him in it. I want to say Otis and Andy or something like that, but it was a good movie. It was a comedy. Yeah. For a straight guy, for a guy that played like, you know, a serious character, you're right. His comedic timing was perfect.
Yeah, he was a straight man, you know. But yeah, 9 to 5 is probably the funniest damn movie he was ever in. He's good in Tootsie, but he's more of a support character in Tootsie. He's the big bad in friggin' in 9 to 5, and that's a funny movie. Even if you're not a Dolly Parton fan, Lily Tomlin and Hanoi Jane. Right? Yeah. Not the thumbs down. How come the thumbs down ain't working? There it is. The rain starts falling. There we go. Yes.
I dug him in War Games. He played a heavy.
Yeah, War Games. He was the guy that was running the Whopper system, right? Yeah. Was good friends with the guy that developed it and everything, right? Yeah. But guys, I'm going to show you a clip from one of his movies, and it's probably my favorite movie he was ever in, but he was barely in it. He was he had a small part in it, but he is the guy that has to deliver the news to Steve McQueen, one of the greats of Hollywood, that he's going to have to go save some people's lives. Let me set this up real quick, guys. I try to not get popped on my channel, so I have to do a little trickery to avoid things. But this is from, now this movie, my brother will tell you this, top 5 to me of movies ever. I mean, any genre ever. It's definitely my favorite disaster movie of all time. I was a big Irwin Allen fan growing up. I used to watch Voyage to the Bottom of the Sea. I used to watch Land of the Giants, all that shit he did on television.
They had great cast. They had a lot of heavies in that cast.
Yeah, big time. But he's playing the assistant chief of the fire department, and he's delivering the news to Steve McQueen that we need you to get up there and blow the tanks, buddy. Check this out. It's Dabney Coleman.
Design. Wait a minute, just hold it. Mike, look, we've already made the decision. Now, someone has got to go up there, rig the charges, and blow them. Now, there's only 2 people in the department qualified for that. That's you and Connors. They just brought Connors down. He's on his way to the burn center. Now, look, in these circumstances, we can't order you to go up there. just laying it out for you. But you see how it is, don't you?
How do I get back down? Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
That's my man, dude. Love him. Love that movie, period. That is one of the greatest movies of all time, in my opinion. But yeah, give it up for Dabney Coleman. 92 years old, man. Here's to oh yeah, I didn't even see what you're drinking. What are you having tonight?
Tank.
What are you having
That's the
tonight?
old Jack Daniels.
That's
The
what
old
I'm
Jack
talking
Daniels.
about. I got a little Corona. Here's to Dabney Coleman. One of the best ever to do it, man. Fantastic. Let's see. Didn't they do a remake with Dwayne the Rock? No, that's Skyscraper. It's The Towering Inferno was the name of the movie I just showed the clip from. Yes. But Skyscraper is the movie you're thinking of. And it may be, I haven't seen it, but it's not a remake of Towering Inferno. Man, we lost Steve McQueen way too soon. Yes, we did. He was the man, dude. Bullet. I'll never forget that movie. I'm drinking water because of my stomach surgery. I hear you. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks for joining us, giving a cheers to Dabney Coleman. He's one of the best. I'll tell you one Steve McQueen movie that I dug, man, was that one, The True Life Story of the Bounty Hunter that he was in close to his death.
The Hunter.
The Hunter was the name of the movie. Yeah, that was a great flick, man. I love that one, man.
Really good movie.
But you could tell he was playing a guy. I mean, he was in good shape, but he was playing a guy that was kind of beat up by life in that movie. He kept getting housed in that flick.
He's an older bounty hunter. He's well in his 40s. So, yeah. But that's a true story. I believe it's a true story.
It is a true story. It is. Oh my God! Did I just lose all my articles? No.
You just lost everything, bro.
Everything, but that's okay.
No
bueno. We can get it back. You have to believe that. Uh-oh. He's giving me the no. No, don't do it to me, man. Don't do it to me. Let me see. Let's see. Microsoft. I'll just have to go through the history. I have to bring up the history. No, it came right back up. Son of a bitch. I'll be damned. Danny, how lucky am I?
You are the luckiest person.
I am the luckiest son of a bitch on the planet.
Right now.
Especially with this guy in my ear.
Yo.
Yo.
He said it's time for earthquakes, man.
Oh, my goodness. Look out. That's got to be tough, trying to put makeup on.
Right?
Highway, just not even, ugh. Buildings made of cotton candy, I guess. Yeah.
On the road, I guess.
Keep that freaking highway, dude. I mean, honestly. There's no rebar, nothing. Just boom, fell apart.
Well, first one we got tonight is a follow-up to one we were talking about last week, as a matter of fact. The story of the Aussies, the Aussie surfers that were found in a well in Mexico. Sinaloa drug cartel gave surfer murder suspects to Mexican police report. Now, this is not the first time that they've done this. There's been a murder, right? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the cartel gives guys up.
We're trying to help the police. We're not bad people. Yes, we take aircraft, ballistic shots down the middle of the street at rival gangs and blow shit up and behead people and hang them off overpasses. But beyond that, we're good people.
So they believe in justice. They got that going, right? Injustices. They believe in injustice. But look, man, if you're going down to Mexico, you've got to know
the danger zone.
Danger zone. Danger zone. Danger zone.
It's the total danger zone.
It's the total danger zone.
You can't go down there and think it is just Disneyland, It's
no, sir. It's
they
not
will shoot
like
you and throw you in a well just as soon as look at you.
Let me see. Where did I put that? There it is, right there. It's time for a newer section of the show. You guys might know this one. It's called Trains and Automobiles, boys and girls. There's just way too many of these stories now. I had to make a graphic for it. It's planes, trains, and automobiles, boys and girls. Yes. And tonight we have several. Video of a plane makes wheels up emergency landing at Newcastle Airport after circling for hours. Now, this was a
hours upon hours.
This was a smaller plane, and let's take a look here at the video.
I'm pretty sure my dog is eating his leg.
No, he's not. Here we go. Check it out, Dan. He's coming in.
I see him. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah, he's on the flight path. He's on the guide path. He's looking good. He's
got to put that in smooth, though.
Maybe,
That's a pretty damn good job, bro.
That's a pretty damn good job.
Yeah, it is. That's a pretty damn good job right there.
And smooth. Did his hydraulics fail on him? Or is that why he didn't deploy his landing?
I don't know. I don't know exactly why.
Or maybe he forgot, and we're giving him all this praise. He was like,
giving him all this credit.
Whatever, dude. Watch this, man.
Some kind of screw up. They say it was circling for hours. So, and then let's see what else we got here.
He probably got down to where they were just out of fuel. He had to put it down.
Right. He was probably troubleshooting it to hell and back, trying to get the gear down. Uh-oh.
The dude's about to be in trouble. Mauling his foot, I think.
Wow. Delta and Spirit airplanes collide on runway at Cleveland Airport.
What is going on?
Cleveland, home of the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Yeah.
Put some traffic lights up or something. How these things collide?
Yeah,
wow.
It's I don't know, man. Don't know. Delta plane lands, quickly bursts into flames in shocking video.
Of course it does.
This one doesn't need any sound, so I'm going to go ahead.
A lot of the brakes, a lot of times when they come in and the brakes get hot.
Well, look, he comes in, right? The brakes would be down here, wouldn't they, Dan? Look right here, guys, right underneath the nose cone. You're fixing to see it.
Each set of landing gear, I believe, has its own
zoom in on it.
Brakes.
Now, we just saw a worker go down there for some reason, and then he stepped off. I wonder if that guy started it. Somehow checking something.
Bizarre.
Yeah, something underneath there. Hang on, let me run that back a second.
Run it back, bro. You might see something that the
Look,
TWA
there's a guy right there. There's a guy right there. Watch.
There's a guy right there. Suspect.
Look, he's right there.
He said a smoker. Oh, yeah. He said a smoker. It's no doubt.
Wow.
Yeah, he did that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's getting crazy out there with these planes, trains, and automobiles, though.
Suspect.
I'm going to tell you, man. It's getting crazy out there. It's getting crazy. And the last one we got in planes, trains, and automobiles, Trump's plane clips a parked plane at Florida Airport. Trump's plane can't even get away from other planes, man. And that plane was parked. What the hell?
Trump. Oh.
Dude, he's all over the place.
Bro, what are you doing? Stop.
Here we are on live television. My brother going after his dog.
The bro, I'm telling you, he went to the Clippers, the groomers, about a week ago, and they took one of his nails too close, and he's back where he can run around pretty good, but he's still fiddling with that paw, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, this one right here. Let me read this before I if I can get it. Okay, there it goes. Okay. Let me read this real quick before I play you guys the audio.
Oh, geez.
Graduation goof goes viral. A speaker at the Thomas Jefferson University in Philadelphia mispronounced nursing graduates' names during commencement. The reason? The university says it happened because of the way phonic spellings were presented on the speaker's cards. Check out
phonic spelling?
Phonetic spelling, yes.
Victoria Lee Zubith-Ross.
Oh my God.
Jessica Lynn
Jessica
Bower. Alisuna Cole Bishop. Allison Care Campbell. Tom Mulvey.
What?
Thomas.
Butchering people's names, man.
What?
Victoria Lee Zubith-Ross.
Okay, you got to question these. You got to question these diplomas now. You got to question them right away. What kind of Institute of Higher Learning is it? What is that?
Oh my God, man,
No
that's
bueno, my friend.
crazy. Let's see what's
I
going
want
on.
my money
in the chat
back,
here.
dude.
That is New South. What is he saying? That is New South Wales, Australia, and the Cleveland Steamers. Oh man, too funny.
That's brutal. That's
okay. Next one. This one. We might want to keep our ears open for
Look,
this.
you work all those years to get that diploma, and they butcher your name.
Right. I mean, straight up butcher. U.S. sounds alarm as thousands in Georgia's capital protest Kremlin-style foreign influence bill. Now, this is Georgia, the country, the former satellite of the USSR. Okay, guys. The legislation calls for media outlets, nonprofits, and other non-governmental organizations to register as pursuing the interests of a foreign power if they receive more than 20% of their funding from abroad. White House National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan said over the weekend that the U.S. was deeply alarmed about the Democratic backsliding in Georgia.
In Georgia.
Pretty interesting, man. They're wanting them to publicly say they're being funded and who they're.
Why are they deeply alarmed
by.
unless we're sending a lot of money over there? What do they care?
I don't know, man.
The money laundering continues.
The money laundering continues. It's all a big money laundering scheme, people. Don't forget it. Here, this one's local, but it's actually nationwide. Bossier Eatery abruptly closes after nationwide closings. I believe this was the 13th. This is what folks came to work and saw when they came to work at Red Lobster. They were closed when they showed up to work on that day. Apparently, they've closed 50 restaurants across the United States. And from what I understand, I've read an article earlier this week. Outback is doing the same here pretty soon. So more of the brick and mortars are going away, boys and girls.
Yeah, I mean, more people that are ordering in and they're just not going out. I mean, that's in line with, movies and malls and places that people used to gather, People are not gathering anymore. They'd rather be at the house,
Gotcha.
Safe and sound. So
now this one I personally put up because it's my favorite airplane ever. Photos of Air Force sends A-10 Warthogs to escort a ballistic missile sub. Dude, if this is not the prettiest freaking airplane ever made, I say pretty.
They're notorious. The A-10 Warthog is notorious in field of battle. They just are.
Well, it's the ground pounder's friend.
Ground troops.
It's not a supersonic jet. It's a slow moving plane, but it's a tank killer. It is.
Well, that plane right there gets up close and personal. Plus, it carries a hell of a payload.
Yep.
It can launch from long range, but it loves to do its work up close and personal.
Yep.
You see that thing on the horizon, man? That's a tough. Yeah.
It was developed to support ground troops, man. It is my favorite plane. I love it.
Twin turbines, and it can take a lot of hits and just keep on coming at you.
I love that scene in Man of Steel when they're coming in on that fight between the Kryptonians right there in the middle of Smallville. I love that, dude. I think it's awesome. They send in the A-10s, bro.
It's beautiful.
Flying tank.
Yep. That and the B-52, those are my two favorite planes in the Air Force.
Yep. Let's see what else we got here. I'm kind of thinning them out here. Yeah, we don't need that one either. Okay. Okay. This one here, we need to say something about. New other driver charged with DWI manslaughter in crash that killed 8 farm workers. Now, you may have heard about this. I believe it was a bus that was hit and knocked on its side by a drunk driver. And there were farm workers on board. I don't know if you remember that story. We covered it not too long ago, but apparently they charged the guy with DWI. So justice prevails in that one. Let's see what else we got here. Assistant school principal among 4 arrested in cold case triple murder mystery in Georgia.
Murder in Georgia. Now,
Yes,
is that
sir.
the state of Georgia or?
Yes, it is the state of Georgia, not the country of Georgia.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. More than a decade after 3 people were found dead inside a car that had been abandoned along the side of a Georgia highway, authorities have arrested 4 suspects. Among those in custody is an assistant principal at the middle school outside of Birmingham, Alabama.
Damn.
Yikes.
What is the deal there? I mean, well, you'll have to read the article, see what motive is. And
yeah, all that good stuff. And that's coming to you from CBS News. The assistant principal is among 4 arrested. Okay.
Triple murder. Boy, I tell you what.
A decades old case. Cold case. Got him. Gavin Newsom called delusional after touting California as next. Oh, wait. We're not ready for that.
Man, this is the best.
That one's out of place. Sorry about that. This is the last one in earthquakes. California UPS driver shot and killed while in a truck on break. Suspect
he was
arrested.
on break. And this guy rolled up on him with a mask and just blew his ass away. Now, there's some question of whether, and they caught the guy later on. They didn't release his name, and it looks like it was a targeted murder. They haven't said if there was a relationship between the driver. The guy, it was just simply pulled over the side of the road having lunch.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy rolled up, obviously knew, his route or whatever. So it looks very personal there.
Yeah, it says right here, Davies, who is Sergeant Kerry Davies of the police department there, says we don't know exactly what the relationship is between the 2 gentlemen. This definitely seemed targeted, meaning it wasn't a robbery.
Yeah,
didn't appear to be a robbery.
No,
he was just eating his lunch, man, on the side of the road.
And fucking shot him. Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. That is absolutely crazy right there.
Yeah.
Absolutely nuts. Calm down with that shit, folks. What the hell, dude? That's crazy. All right. So we are
aware how you interact with each other, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got to
wrong. You can never tell what they're going to do.
No, you can't. You don't know what they're going to do. You don't know what people are capable of, what they got on them. I mean, it's ridiculous. Let's see. Nope, the B-52. Oh, you like the B-52? Yeah, my brother used to work on those things. Yep, if Joe see a lot of B-52s taken off all at once, he has about 30 odd minutes. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's for sure. I tell everybody I'm not worried about a nuclear war because that I'll just, I'll see a flash and go, what was that noise, baby? And it's over with for me. Danny has frozen again, but he'll be okay. He'll be back with us in a second. It is not a drill. That's right. It's not a drill, bro. Okay, so boys and girls, it is time for Danny's new favorite section of the show, where we get to talk about those individuals that we vet. They're
doing our bidding.
But most of the American public doesn't even know when they pull a lever who they're sending. But these are the people that we send to represent us. It's America's best and brightest. The first one we got tonight, boys and girls, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem is now barred from entering nearly 20% of her state.
The governor is barred from 20% of the state. That's what's up.
Now, you may ask, how could she be barred from 20% of the state, not the rest of it? Well, they have these things called Indian reservations, folks. And her latest claim is that this latest ban from her staying off the reservations is it comes after her controversial remarks linking tribal leaders to drug cartels in South Dakota.
Drug cartels. Oh, look, they've got tentacles all over the place.
The
easy to get in the United States, number one, and then they just go all over the place.
The leadership of the tribe up there did not like that very much, and they
didn't take too kindly to the accusations.
Absolutely.
A little sensitive on that.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. It's pretty bad. Tribes have slammed Noam's comments with Ogallala Sioux Tribe President
Yeah.
Frank Starr comes out saying, "How dare the governor allege the Sioux Tribal Council do not care about their communities and their children, and worse, that they're involved in nefarious activities." That's what he had to say.
How dare you?
How dare you? That's right.
Nefarious. That's a $5 word, man. He was using big words.
He was using big words. Imagine that from a Native American.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then we've got White House to Republicans. You're not getting audio of Biden's interview with her.
Right.
Now, that would be HUR, the independent prosecutor.
Mhm.
We've got transcripts of all this, but Biden says, no, you're not getting the tapes.
Says while the transcripts of the interviews have already been released, Biden's effort to block the recordings puts him in a politically awkward position. He has insisted that her has mischaracterized the interviews, but is nonetheless trying to maintain secrecy over the raw audio. So, I mean, he was characterized as being a well-intentioned but forgetful old man. And, you know, the transcripts are out of the interview, but it's the audio that they don't want anybody to hear, because he's probably, you know.
Yeah, the mumble fest is on.
Yeah.
My buddy Officer Tatum, you know Officer Tatum, Dan, the guy from Texas.
Yep.
He's got a new T-shirt. You know what it says? Let's get ready to mumble.
Get ready to mumble.
That's got a picture.
Let's get into this. I like Officer Tatum.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's get into this. That's it, man. He's awesome.
Yeah.
This is a good one, Tim. We're talking about the last one with South Dakota governor. They have reservations with her.
Yes, they do.
And the last one we got in the best and brightest tonight. This guy could probably be in best and brightest every week. But
Bro, this guy, I'm telling you right now, mark my words, he's going to be vice president by the Democrats.
I know. This is what makes him great, right? Gavin Newsom called delusional after touting California as national model on fighting homelessness.
Yeah.
What?
It says despite Newsom's optimism, the state's overall homeless population continued to rise, and was reported in April that the number is up 6% compared to last year. And he's out there saying we are the model, the national model on how to deal with a homeless situation.
And I think you're right. I think 4 years from now, they're going to throw him up there, man. I wouldn't be surprised if they try and do it this year if they think Biden's not going to be able to make it.
The idea that this guy thinks what they're doing in California, I know some coworkers that go out there in the San Francisco area and Northern California area, and I know guys that come from there, and their homeless population is just, they've taken over large city blocks of the
huge
tracts of land. This guy is saying it's a model for the national. Yeah, okay. This guy is really delusional. But you know what? He's the best and brightest. He's the governor of state, great state of Texas, or great state of California.
Yes.
And yeah, people trust him. They voted him in. So there you go.
There you go. Our best and brightest. I love Ariel to death. She's perfect, man. Do you see what she put in the comments? I had to put it up a couple of times.
Model.
National model. The fuck?
It's crazy, man.
Oh, man.
That shows you how small that guy's bubble is.
Dude, delusional. Look, the reason why a lot of these national chain restaurants are probably closing is because of his friggin' state law making people have to get a certain minimum wage, if you know what I'm saying.
Yep.
They may have decided, you know what? We don't need all these servers. We'll just cook and send it out by DoorDash. Hell with it. Because he's making it too expensive for them to friggin' even put a
private businesses are going to adjust and do what they need to do to make their bottom line. So, you know, if that means they've already done mass layoffs, and that's going to continue. So,
right. Tim says, I bet the October surprise will be Biden is forced to drop out and the ballots are already final and the Dems have a hissy fit. Wow. I don't know. We'll see. Oh man. Let's see. It's not. Ariel said it's not too bad around here, but San Francisco is completely overwhelmed, and the big thing is that people think we give them stuff, they'll be happier. Yeah, darling. I was stationed in San Francisco for 3 months as a young man, and a prettier city I never saw. It really was. It was gorgeous, but that was back in 1986. I've heard that place has gone to hell. She says, but in reality, these homeless people stay homeless because that's what they want. They don't want to go into homeless shelters. They want to stay on the street. Yeah. Yeah. The people in that situation definitely don't want to go to shelters because that's where bad things happen, man. Yeah. Because they don't have it's not like they have police in those places. It's, yeah, I've heard bad stories about those homeless shelters and what happens after hours at those places. But they do what they can, though. That you can't get mad at the people in the soup kitchens and stuff like that. They're trying to help people. It's a bad state of affairs, man.
Yeah.
And why anybody would want to back the current administration in another election with the economy the way it is after 4 years of it, guys, wake up. I don't know what you're thinking. I'm sorry. I would check any other box, but sorry, just would.
Cult of personality.
That's it, man. That's it. Okay. Boss is in my ear yet again.
Yo, 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 yo.
Wow. Reverb and everything.
Oh, sorry, brother. Sorry about that. Thank you. Thank you for the heads up, though. I need that. No, he was just telling me to get the cup, get the gear, get the pad, buckle the chin strap, because it's time. Turn out the lights.
I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there. I have the utmost respect for Kurt Warner for going in there.
See, the difference between the Steve Largent one and the Bobby McRae one is the size of the players. That's a secondary player against a wide receiver. That's two moist towelettes just hitting each other, You're talking about a quarterback. What is he, 6'3"? Warner, he's not a small guy.
Warner's not a small guy, but
Bobby McRae unloaded on him, lifted and separated. He comes off the ground in an upward
on his neck, dude.
In an upward, not sideways, upward fashion.
The torque on Warner's neck, man. I'm surprised he didn't get his head taken off.
I mean, he lifts and separates. It's ridiculous.
I don't know if I've ever heard a louder knockout, though, than that one that Lennox Lewis dropped on Rockman.
Dude, it came out of nowhere first.
That was like two gunshots.
That crowd was so quiet at that point in that fight. And he just let loose the prettiest 1-2 combination I've ever seen in my life.
You talk about a big human being. Lennox Lewis is a big man. Rockman's not a small guy either, but Lennox Lewis is a big human being.
You know what I always said about him, man? You could tell whether he respected you or not by how much flab he had when you went into the fight. He was rock solid in that one.
He went into that first fight with Rockman really
a little chubby.
He got his ass knocked out too. Well, brutal knockout, but he got his revenge, no doubt.
He got his revenge with the quickness. 1-2. Okay, boys and girls. My final word tonight has to do with this story I caught earlier this week. It cracked me the hell up. It sounds like a great idea. They put this ring up in both New York and in Ireland, Dublin, Ireland, and New York City. Let's see. The innovative sculptures linked the two cities together, but they were soon hijacked by people intent on antisocial antics. Hang on a second. Let me get past this ad real quick, and we'll show you what we're talking about here. Yeah, and you'll see the pictures here in a second. OnlyFans, drugs, and 9/11 taunts. Dublin to New York portal taken offline over inappropriate behavior. Now, what are we talking about? Well, On the New York side, we had
Whoa,
OnlyFans.
what is that lady doing?
We had OnlyFans models trying to up their numbers by flashing everybody in Dublin. While on the Dublin side, they're trolling us. The Irish always trying to start a fight. Somebody puts on film of the planes hitting the towers in 9/11.
You just can't put up those kinds of things anymore. I mean, you're gonna attract the worst in humanity. You're just gonna attract the worst.
Oh man,
it can be a very cool thing, but no.
Well, apparently,
boobs
they've
getting
opened.
smashed,
According to the Irish Star,
9/11.
the portal is back up. They've made appropriate changes. The portal between Dublin and New York City reopens after closures following inappropriate behavior. I think they're changing the hours that they're visible. Let's see.
They're gonna have somebody on site at both ends. If they don't, you're gonna get more of this shit because people.
Says we have taken steps to limit instances of people stepping into the portal and holding phones up and camera lenses. And portals.org team has implemented a proximity-based solution. This is what it was intended to happen right here.
Solution.
Okay, this right here. This is what was intended right here. But they're changing the hours of it too. I believe I read in there.
It's going to be open from 2:00 in the morning to 2:30 in the morning. There you go.
Right? Yeah, like kind of like the Sopranos on PAX, right? From 9 to 9:05. No, actually, the portal will have specific hours of operation coming weeks with live streams running daily from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. in New York and 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. in Dublin, Ireland. So that's what's going to, but this is a neat idea, but you had to know that stuff like this was going to be happening, bro. Come on. You know, if you're going to give it public access.
Oh, check it out, right? This is huge, beautiful piece of technology. Can bring, people together across the globe. And
two sides of the world, bro, together. Wham. What's up?
Boobs.
Sam, man.
Internet.
All right.
That's global language right there. Boobs.
You know what New York and Dublin said? They said, Stop that. All right. Let's see. What are they saying in the chat? Not even that. They don't care. They'd rather be on the street. So talking about the homeless. It's like the crowd knew it was coming. Oh, hello. Yeah. You knew where this was going. I knew where this was going. How could they not know? Yeah, exactly. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny. But it's a neat idea. I think it's neat, They should put that in Times Square. That would be pretty cool. Okay, so it is time, boys and girls. Yeah, Danny's laughing at that one.
You can't put that anywhere. You can't put it anywhere. You can't.
All right, boys and girls, it is time for the Simple Jack Award. You all know what the Simple Jack Award is. It's that award my brother gives out to a person, an organization. Hell, it could be an entire country that is trying to do the right thing. It just can't quite get it done, boys and girls. And this week, we have a special. It's the Protect and Serve edition of the Simple Jack Award this week. He actually couldn't choose between these two, and they're both officers that uphold the law.
Oh my goodness.
The Protect and Serve edition of
the
Simple Jack Award.
So
let's take a look, boys
Yeah.
and girls, at what he decided to show us this week. The first one, Atlanta police officer arrested after allegedly shooting and killing his Lyft driver.
Yeah, dude.
What?
So he was already on suspension, on leave for supposed drug charges. So he's already on suspension, and he's leaving another police officer's house. He picks up, a Lyft driver picks him up, and somewhere along the lines, he says that the driver got on the phone and started speaking in a different language, and he reached in the back of the car in fear for his life. So this guy pumps some rounds into him, right, and then blows the window out in the back, jumps out of the car, and then he waves somebody down, and he tells the driver of that car that this guy was part of a gay organization, and he was trying to be recruited, and they were trying to recruit him, and he was feared that he was going to get kidnapped. So his story changed like that in a matter of seconds. But long story short, he blew this freaking lift truck driver away, or Lyft driver away, and he was already on suspension for drug charges. And yeah, he resigned right away once they picked him up. So, you know.
Well, good. I mean, I'm speechless, man. That's
speechless, right?
Wow.
Well, he didn't win it outright, so he had to share it.
Oh, man.
He had to share the award with our next.
Yeah, the next one. This seems to be a trend right here. This seems to be a trend.
I hate to dog out my guys and girls in blue, but
right, because we respect them. Don't get us
no
wrong,
doubt,
right?
No doubt.
But Nashville police officer fired over OnlyFans video showing traffic stop.
Yeah. So, okay. So there's a guy in the passenger. He's run the video and he's videoing the whole thing. And the video starts by him saying to her, "You should have known because you were speeding, you know." So he gets pulled over. She gets pulled over. Cop comes up and says, "Let me see your license and registration." She goes, "I can show you this." Out come the boobs. He reaches in. Come to find out, the guy run the camera, her and the police officer were all in cahoots. They planned to shoot this video and put it up on her fans only thing. But if you look at the video, you can barely see the patch of the guy's. And they were able to identify that he was a legit cop, and calls came in, and he was identified, and he's lost his job over that. So,
wow!
But it was all a setup. All three of them planned to shoot, and they shot this video together. And yeah, he loses his job over that. So then that's just another idiot, stupid people making stupid decisions, and that's all I have to say about that.
Never go full retard. Never go full retard. Never go full retard.
Protect and serve, going full retard.
Going full retard, boys and girls. Oh, God, man.
Speechless. What do you say? What can you say? Hey, let's shoot
Idiocracy. I think you're absolutely correct, Dan. We are in we have finally achieved idiocracy.
Right now.
Damn, dude.
Right now.
Damn, bro. I'm just going to have to start sharking for pearls, bro.
Sharking for pearls, dude. If you just want to better your day, better your mood, sharking for pearls, just right along the horizon. In a week, it's going to come out, man. Check it out.
Sharking for pearls. That's my brother's all instrumental rock and roll guitar. Check out his music. It's going to be on iTunes, Apple Music, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff.
Go check it out, man.
Because the idiocracy is going to be out there. As soon as you walk out the door, it's going to be there.
You might as well have some theme music. Mind blowing. Ariel says, mind blowing.
Mind blowing.
That's tame for what I'm thinking. Really, I can't say what I'm thinking on YouTube. Really, I can't.
Yeah. When I'm reading those articles,
I'll put it to you this way: we need to thin the herd, Dan. So we need to find a way to thin the herd. Really,
I'm pretty sure that's what COVID was all about.
Yeah, could be. All right, boys and girls, let's let you know what's going on with the channel. Like I said. Look for Sharkin' for Pearls.
Sharkin' for Pearls.
Spotify, iTunes, all the places where you get your music. Danny's uploaded it today, and it will be released next Sunday, Dan? Is that correct?
That's it. Week from today, man.
Okay, there you go. I guess they drop them about midnight or so, I guess. I don't know.
Yep. That's the time that I indicated. So
okay.
And because it's a week out, it might not be released on all the platforms, but it's coming out. So
okay, there you go.
Because each platform has to go through a approval process.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it's like a copyright deal. They have to check the whole thing out. All right, boys and girls, look for that and look for us next Sunday at this same time. If you want to find out what's going on in the clown show that is 2024 from a couple of brothers that are patriotic American citizens that our opinions don't always agree, but you know what? We love each other and we are never mad at each other, even though we talk. It's called civil discourse, something we've lost in this country, and we need to get back to it. So we like to show you the clown show that is 2024 through the week's headlines every Sunday at 5 p.m. on the Brothers Hack the Matrix. Come check it out. And then Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time, it's Siege at Jadetville. This one is a military movie that we're going to do on Military Monday on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel. So come check that out. Gary, myself, Anima, and Martin We'll all be there to tell you all about this movie that takes place, I think you said, in Africa. Is that right, Daniel?
Yes.
Irish Peacekeepers? Is that
Yes.
what it is? Okay. So come check that out at 10 a.m. Central Time on Monday. And then Monday at 3 p.m. Central Time, come on Ryan Roger Athay's channel, our friend from across the pond over in the UK. Come check out reality-based wrestling Monday Nitrous. I think we're going to be talking WCW tomorrow. We talk about the history of wrestling for about an hour, and that's at 3 p.m. Central Time on Ryan Roger Athay's channel, reality-based wrestling Monday Nitrous. And then this one I'm looking forward to on Monday at 4 p.m. Central Time on That 70s Rock Fans channel. It's another meeting of the Cannon Film Club, and we're going to be doing the 1990 Captain America movie. That's and Danny, you might remember this one. The motorcycle was very prominent in this movie right here.
You know what? I never saw that. I've seen little clips here and there of that, but I've never actually sat down and watched that movie.
Yeah, the cheese factor is high. But you know what? This is what we had for superhero stuff back then. You know? They were trying to capitalize on the popularity of the Hulk and the Spider-Man series and all that stuff, you know. But anyway, it's the Cannon Film Club getting together to talk some Captain America from 1990 on That 70s Rock Fans channel at 4 p.m. Central Time tomorrow. And then Tuesday, I start off my streaming week with Papa Joe Gamer After Dark, video games, cocktails, and fails. And this Tuesday at 10 p.m. Central Time, we'll be playing some DC Universe Online. So come check that out if you want to watch me mess up a video game. My friends like to come over and give me a bunch of garbage, but it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun with it. I have cocktails, and they call me funny names. But anyway, it's Papa Joe Gamer After Dark with some DC Universe Online at 10 p.m. Central on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, of course, it's a continuation of the playthrough of Mass Effect, which I am enjoying. That's pretty good. It's 2007 at 10 p.m. Central Time. And then also Wednesday, it's the Pop Culture Show, State of the Atmosphere, where me and my friends get together and talk about all the stuff I really dig. Movies, comic books, music, probably going to be talking some what you got going on there, Dan? You playing some music? Thanks a lot, bro. Do I need to mute you?
No.
Okay.
I was answering the chat. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right, bro. Anyway, come check us out Wednesdays at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, where we talk about everything pop culture on State of the Atmosphere. And then Friday, you can check me out working on my comic book, Sketching the Privateer. My passion project is live every Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time. So come check that out. And then Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time, go back over to Pop Culture Mindfield's channel and check out our good friend John Das Wolfen playing through the Telltale series of The Walking Dead. Game Night with John starts every Friday at 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel. And then it's right back around to The Brothers Hack the Matrix on Sunday at 5. So for myself and the Hylunder, let's check the chat one more time. Let's see. Was great to be here today. Hey, it's great to see you, Ariel. Thanks a lot for being here. And he says, rock and roll, young lady, rock and roll. And thank God, please start getting this in here earlier, Ariel, so I can do this. Her tagline, boys and girls, is, until next time, everyone, stay out of trouble or don't get caught.
Don't get caught.
I'll go with the don't get caught thing because I never stay out of trouble. Anyway, for myself and my now musical publicist, Hylunder, I want to thank you guys for being here. Where are the thumbs? There it is. There it is. I want to thank you guys for being here. And don't forget to look for Sharkin' for Pearls.
Sharkin' for Pearls.
Next week. You guys take it easy. And until we see you again, I want you guys to keep on keeping on. God bless.